Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. The topic today is, everyone says I should leave my husband. Oh my God. Welcome back. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. And I don't like this topic. Everyone says I should leave my husband. So I'm going to scold you right now, because no one should know what's going on in your marriage. Your marriage is between you and your husband. It's your marriage. And understandable, in our world, everyone, likes to complain to their friends or brag to their friends, but usually complain to their friends about what's going on in their life, how miserable they are. And there's a problem with that. So I'm only going to start with this, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you solutions, because I don't want you to leave your husband. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if he's beating the crap out of you, if you have days where you have a black eye or something, I'm not getting involved. You need to go to the authorities if you're being physically abused. There's no question. And I've known people. There was one lady who would come to me, and she had kids, and her husband would beat the crap out of her, and she solved it by living in their mobile home in the driveway. And I can't tell you what to do. A man shouldn't be doing that, but I can't put her down for having stayed with him either, because she was doing it for her children. Tough one. And I don't think the kids were aware. If they were aware, that would be bad. But in those cases, I'm not going to tell you you have to stay with your husband. But I don't tell you you have to stay with your husband anyway. I'm telling you that you can heal your marriage so that you don't have to leave your husband in most cases. Okay, but let's go back to the scolding. I don't scold very often. The way we help people with their marriages is with a very positive program that basically allows you to get past what's going on in, you might say, the material part of your marriage, and refocus on the love, which is probably hard for you right now because you're on the edge, but focus on the love, on the joy that starts within you. But first I'm going to scold you, and I'm going to explain to you that when you talk about your marriage with your friends or your family, your friends is very dangerous. I don't even know how many people I worked with, how many couples or women I worked with, where literally, and this is not made up, this is experience, the wife complained about her husband to her friend or her sister or a cousin, and they moved in. They didn't move into the house, they moved into the relationship and stole their husband. And so, you talk about betrayal, but that is a big risk when you talk about your marriage. Another big problem with talking about your marriage, so that everyone, even a therapist, I've even seen, I had one case where the therapist moved in on her husband, and he lost his license, thank God, because he ended up having sex with her and abusing her in that way. So there's so much risk. But the worst part of it is that when you're complaining about your husband, there's two things that are going on that are never things. One is you're putting your husband down. And that is a form of betrayal. So again, unless he's beating you or something, what you're doing is you're complaining about him. And generally, you're exaggerating what happened. You're not just saying, oh, he's leaving his clothes on the floor and he doesn't appreciate. I mean, you're exaggerating because you want the person you're complaining to have sympathy for you. Okay? So that's a big problem right there. The other problem is that you cannot walk this way and this way at the same time. One of these ways is rebuilding your marriage. It's proactively saying, here is what I need to do to change the dynamic of our marriage. That's the right way to be going. The other way is by saying, oh, my marriage is so bad, da 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 da. You can't go in both directions at the same time. So you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice so that you can put all of your energy into healing your marriage. Now, I'm not saying that to you out of the blue with some philosophical opinion. You know, I mean, obviously it's better to improve your marriage than to hurt it, but you wouldn't be in this place if you knew how to improve your marriage, would you? So I'm here to tell you that hardly anybody in the world knows professionally how to help people with their marriages. Now, there's a lot of people who can help you, quote unquote, save your marriage using Band-Aids or masking tape or baling wire. But I discovered how to really help you transform your marriage into what it was meant to be from the beginning. And I think the reason why I was able to come up with this is because I didn't start out as a Western therapist. I wasn't a marriage counselor who came up with this. No, I was a divorce mediator. In 2001, I know I'm old, but don't let that get in the way. In 2001, a couple asked me to help them save their marriage instead of getting a divorce. Now, the couple was on their way to divorce because they went to couples counseling. That's how they found me, because the therapist recommended me to help them get a divorce. So there was nothing wrong with my helping them. I mean, they were like, it's resuscitating the dead. The doctors gave up. Okay, you know, do you want to try resuscitating their marriage? I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. They asked. I was, okay, we'll give it a shot. And so I didn't start from the point of view of what's wrong, what's going on. I started with a question of, well, why do we get married in the first place? What is it that we need to do to bring back the original compulsion to join together? You know, marriage means union. Why? Why do we want that? Why is it so important to us? Well, it is. I'm not going to get into all that now. I go into this in my books. I go into this in my online courses. But suffice it to say, they're really good reasons. We want to be happy and we want to experience love. And I'm here to tell you that when you put your attention on recreating the dynamics that nurture and create happiness and love, it's foolproof. Now, the problem is we're not taught how. We're not even taught what love is. So let me give you an example about that. I challenge you, look at, not now, stay with me, but Google what is love. And you will find that everyone who tells you what it is will say something along the lines of, it's an abstract thought, it's an increased emotional like. And that's not true. They tell you that because they don't know, because they're Western psychologists, about true love. True love is the attribute of God that we crave. We crave that joy. And intuitively, we know it exists. And we have experienced it. If you have children and you see your children sleeping, I love using this as a way of identifying love. If you look at your children sleeping, your heart opens. They're not doing anything. They're sleeping. And they might have been totally terrible all day, but your heart just opens up. That's love. You're not getting back that love from your kids while they're asleep, but you feel that love, which gives you an idea of what love really is. For those of you who have never had children, when you fell in love and you went, oh my God, I love this person. You can't put your finger on it. Your mind will try to explain why. Well, they're incredibly handsome, incredibly smart. They make me laugh. All of these things. No, that's not why you love them. There's a lot of men out there who are smart, who are sweet, who have good voices, who make you laugh. There's a lot, but that love is a unique thing between the two of you because you found your soulmate. And you want to recreate that dynamic. And I'm here to tell you, you can. So I'm going to give you some homework. 1, stop telling your friends, your family, anyone. Stop telling them about your marriage. And those who ask say, we're okay. We had a rough patch. And go to our website. There's plenty of links below. And either get one of my books or go for the online course and get your marriage back. Don't leave your husband. Leave the nonsense that has betrayed your marriage. Your husband hasn't betrayed your marriage. Even if he cheated on you. He betrayed you, yes. And I'm not condoning it. There's no good reason for him to have cheated on you. But I'm telling you that it's repairable. I'm telling you that you've already invested so much into your marriage. Now is not the time to leave your husband. Don't do it. Now, if you have a special situation you want to share with me in the comments, I'll do my best to help you. But most of the people who take our online course, most of the women, most of the people who take our online course are women who have been betrayed. Either their husbands got into pornography, or they're sexting, or they're texting, or they're flirting, or sometimes full-blown affairs. Still, don't leave your husband. Save your marriage. You can do it, and we can help you do it. And that's a promise. In fact, our course is guaranteed. It's a 30-day guarantee. Now, your marriage won't be saved in 30 days. It's a 12-week course that we have. But you will know within days, during the free trial period, which is 3 days, you will know that what I have to offer you is going to work. And it does work. It's foolproof. So please don't leave your husband, especially if you have children. Okay? Hang in there for the kids' sake. You know, my theme is this. Save your marriage for the sake of your children, and I'll give you a marriage that will blow your mind. Doesn't get better than that. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. We're here for you. We care for you. We want you to have it all. God bless you. Thank you, and take care.